has become such a struggle because of how big I am now and all the weight I have on my body.
I can't believe what I've let my life become. I've gotten so big that it's hard to do just about anything.
Tiffany is at the point where she can't even get out of bed on her own, and she knows things will get worse. And it's all because of her weight. Imagine waking up every day trapped in your own body, relying on someone else just to sit up. That's not living, that's waiting to die. And the cruel part? She knows it. She feels it every second. The crushing weight, the helplessness, the shame, it's all there, heavy and relentless.
And it requires me to do a lot to prevent things from getting worse, because all the hanging areas of my body chafe and rub against each other when they move, to the point where they blister and bleed.
Can you imagine how insane this is? She cannot even move properly or bath herself without feeling pain. But will she stop eating because of it? Fat chance. Every bite is like a slow-motion bullet, but she keeps pulling the trigger. She's drowning in pain, yet still clutching the one thing making it worse. Food is comfort, but food is also punishment. It's almost like she'd rather hurt herself than face the emptiness of giving it up.
And the second I take a bite, all my pain and worry fade away for just a moment. So as long as I'm eating, it's like I'm invincible. Nothing can hurt me. Food helps me escape my life.
Tiffany is honest when she says food helps her escape the horrors of her life, but that can't help forever, so she now wants to see Dr. Now to get some help with her weight. Even her partner feels that her life is getting destroyed, but knowing isn't the same as changing. She hides behind food like it's armor, but that armor is killing her. And her partner? He's stuck between love and destruction, feeding the very thing tearing her apart.
Pizza.
My biggest fear for Tiffany is death. It definitely is a possibility because of her weight. Her heart could give out at any moment, and it's something that I fear. So I want Tiffany to lose weight not only for her life, but our relationship as well.
It's clear that her partner is enabling her, and Tiffany knows this too, but for some reason, she just cannot give food up. Here's how much she weighs at Dr. Now's. She's sitting in that office, scared and ashamed, knowing the number on that scale is her death sentence. The excuses don't matter anymore. The truth is staring back at her in glowing red digits. And her partner? He's still standing there, holding the fork that keeps her chained down.
Not sure what to expect. That's disappointing. It's never fun to see any big number come up on a scale, but it's especially hard when it's a number like that.
672? That's crazy. Tiffany has a long road to recovery ahead, and Dr. Now lays the law down quickly for her. Lose 50 to 60 pounds in 2 months and get your surgery, or don't and die. No sugarcoating, no babying, just raw reality. And Tiffany knows he means it. This is her one shot, her lifeline. Either she changes now, or the weight will crush her into the grave. There's no middle ground here.
You're very close to becoming immobile soon. And once that happens at your size, you don't live too long like that, okay? So tell me about your eating habit.
Dr. Now knows Tiffany is lying about not being a snackhead. He's been in this practice too long for that, so he tells her the truth. He doesn't play along with the act, he cuts right through it. She thinks she's slick, but those empty bags don't lie, and neither does her body. Dr. Now has seen every excuse in the book, and Tiffany's chapter isn't new. The question is, will she finally admit it or keep digging deeper?
When you to change your eating habit, he just give you whatever you want, even if it's killing you, just to avoid an argument with you. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it's easier not to argue with me over it.
Dr. Now knows that a lot of things have to change for Tiffany to lose the weight, but that entirely depends on her. So when she comes next, does she hit her weight goal or does she have excuses? This is the fork in the road. Change or quit. She can talk all day about wanting to live, but if the scale doesn't move, the truth speaks louder. And excuses, Dr. Now doesn't take them. Not now, not ever.
I think when I tell Dr. Now we've moved to Houston, that he'll see just how committed I am. At my last appointment, I was up to 672, and Dr. Now said I needed to lose 80 pounds over the last 2 months.
She somehow only lost 26 pounds, despite believing she had done all the work. But the scales don't lie. Tiffany clearly did not commit enough. So what does Dr. Now think? He's pissed. He's tired of hearing words without action. To him, it's simple. Either she respects the program, or she dies from the same habits she swears she's trying to escape. But Tiffany is still acting like the weight will magically fall off.
I don't really understand how this is possible. A little discouraging, but it's still a loss. And I think that, combined with us moving here to Houston, will show Dr. Now enough commitment to approve me for surgery.
Dr. Now lays the law down. She is still lying about what she is eating. He tells her she will not get approved for surgery, even though she already moved to Houston. But before she has a chance to lose the weight, she had to undergo gallbladder surgery. Another complication, another roadblock, another delay. The move, the effort, the sacrifice, all at risk of being wasted if she doesn't wake up and get serious.
46 when you should be well under 600 at this point. So you're nowhere close to your goal. You want to tell me what happened?
I did.
To Dr. Now, all this just shows just how much Tiffany does not care about her health. In the end, he discovers that she was having a minor gallbladder attack. Now that she is back on her weight loss journey, does she lose the weight? It's another reminder that her body is breaking down piece by piece, and she's running out of second chances. Each pound lost is survival. Each excuse is another step closer to the grave.
It's unfortunate that Tiffany didn't share earlier how long she's been suffering from gallbladder attacks. She doesn't seem to be taking any aspect of her situation and condition serious, because if a gallbladder attack is severe enough, it can be very dangerous for her.
She lost 72 pounds? That is incredible, but it was not quite as much as Dr. Now wanted. She knows that if he doesn't approve her this time, she will give up. So what does he say? Her entire future hangs on this moment. Every painful step, every skipped snack, every ounce of suffering comes down to this. If he says no, she spirals. If he says yes, maybe she lives.
Me and Aaron are headed to Dr. Now's for my next appointment and weight check. And to say I'm nervous is an understatement. It's more like I'm freaking inside.
And just like that, she got her surgery and can now live a much better and fuller life with her partner. It took a while, but Tiffany eventually got there. After all the lies, the setbacks, the tears, the endless food binges, she finally clawed her way through. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty, but it happened. She's not free yet, but for the first time, the door isn't locked.
Dr. Now won't keep allowing me to do his program after so many times where I didn't lose what I needed. So if the number that comes up right now is not where I need, then that'll mean I've lost this chance.
Want to do for us and us not do for her. But once I get them ready, I'm not able to get up and take them to school. So my friend Terry,
Mercedes is so big now that her kids are the ones who have to take care of her. Without her first kid, she may not be able to get anything done. Imagine a child carrying the weight of a parent like that. The roles are reversed, and it's crushing for everyone. The shame, the dependency, the resentment, it's all sitting in that house. Mercedes knows she's supposed to be the caretaker, not the burden, but here she is.
Colin's biological father, comes over and gets them and takes them food. And he also picks them up afterward and gets them home.
So Mercedes is basically bedbound, and she can only use the restroom and get cleaned up with a care assistant. It is the most miserable part of her day, and she is barely able to do it. But she knows she has to stay as clean as possible. Even that routine feels like a punishment, humiliating, exhausting, and endless. Every wash is a reminder that her independence is gone, stolen by the same addiction she clings to daily.
I can try and do some of my washing myself, but it's not easy. And I'm so exhausted at this point, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. My back, my legs are hurting.
It is hell living like Mercedes, but that will not stop her from going back to the same thing that has made her life hell: food. She hates her body, hates the pain, hates the shame, yet she still reaches for the plate. That's the madness of addiction. She knows food is the poison, yet she still swallows it down. Every bite is another chain around her ankles, dragging her deeper into this nightmare she created.
Mercedes happy. She gets what she wants, with or without.
I'm in so much pain from getting up that I need something to help me start to feel better. And eating does that.
That is a lot of food, and the fact that Mercedes just takes all of that in her mouth is insane. But hold up, that is only first breakfast. After her baby daddy leaves, she gets second breakfast. Like a never-ending cycle. The plates keep coming, and she keeps eating, as if one mountain of food isn't enough. The hunger isn't real anymore. It's habit, it's compulsion, it's comfort, and it's killing her right in front of her kids.
And she knows what I like too. So she always brings me something good, and I can never really get full. So I just keep eating, because there are some things in life that we're not meant to try.
Basically, Mercedes is surrounded by enablers who just feed her nonstop every day. Imagine trying to lose weight in that dynamic. It won't be easy, but Mercedes is willing to try by going to see Dr. Now. Willing, but not desperate enough yet. Everyone around her makes excuses, and so does she. The food keeps flowing, the weight keeps climbing, and the clock keeps ticking. If she doesn't break free now, there may not be a later.
Me and my family finally made it to Dr. Now, but I'm nervous about what the scale's going to say. There's a good chance I'm over 700 now. So I'm hoping my weight isn't too high.
Over 700 pounds now. That is insane. If she gets any bigger, it will be almost certainly death. She thinks surgery is the only thing that can help her, but Dr. Now thinks something totally different. He wants her to lose some weight on her own. That number on the scale is a death sentence, but she treats it like a game. And Dr. Now doesn't play. He wants proof of effort, not more excuses.
And lack of activity cause you to gain 600 pounds of extra weight.
Yeah.
So if we get you to walk around and if you run marathon, you're gonna be 150 pounds.
Dr. Now lets her know the reason she is almost 800 pounds isn't because she sits at home all day, but because she eats and sits at home all day. He tells her to lose some weight before she can get approved for surgery. Does she do it? Let's see. He doesn't mince words. She eats too much, and if she doesn't stop, there's no surgery, no future, nothing, just more food and an earlier grave.
And I was up 773 pounds. That shocked me. But Dr. Now told me to lose 80 pounds in 1 month. And if I do that, I'll be at 693 today.
Mercedes is thrilled she lost 45 pounds, but Dr. Now asked her to lose 80. She probably thinks this little progress will be enough to get her surgery, but Dr. Now likely has other thoughts. He's not impressed by halfway wins. In his eyes, she's still choosing food over survival. And while 45 pounds looks good on paper, the reality is she's still drowning, and half measures don't save lives.
You only lost 45 pounds. I was expecting 80 pounds in 1 month. And on top of that, it's been over 4 months.
Right.
And if you were sticking to the diet, then you would have lost over 220 pounds in that time.
He tells her she will definitely not make it if she does not get her weight down, but everything depends on Mercedes being determined enough to lose weight. So is she? The truth is, determination isn't just words. It's sacrifice, suffering, pushing through the cravings. And so far, Mercedes hasn't shown enough of it. Dr. Now isn't fooled, and neither is anyone else. She's either serious or she's finished.
Same goal of losing 80 pounds in a month. And if I did that, it had me at 648. But since it's been 2 months, I'm hoping to see that I made it in the low 600s.
It's okay. Just take your time.
Instead of losing weight, Mercedes somehow gained even more weight. That is definitely nasty work, and Dr. Now will not be too pleased about that. And right before she sees Dr. Now, she gets into a bit of trouble just stepping off the scale. That's how fragile her body has become. Even the smallest movement is dangerous. And the worst part? She did this to herself, 1 bite at a time.
Right here, right behind you. Just sit back. Come back. Just come back. I don't know what to do. Just sit back. Sit back. Sit back. I know, just go on back. Just go ahead and fall back. Just go on back.
But Mercedes is still being delusional about how much she really eats. If she gained 8 pounds, she must have been eating around 10,000 calories a day. That is something you cannot hide, no matter what. She acts confused, but the math doesn't lie. You don't gain at this size by accident. She's still choosing food over survival, still pretending it's not her fault.
Your situation just seems to be getting more and more serious. And now you show up and not only did you not lose anything, you gained 8 pounds. So you want to tell me what's going on?
I know it's no excuse, but my cousin, he left and we didn't get to get food before he left, so I had to.
So Mercedes wants us to believe that she lives in a no-salad zone, and she was forced to order in 10,000 calories worth of food every day. She is just not serious. But Dr. Now wants to give her one more chance. This is her very last chance. If she doesn't get it done now, it will never happen for her, and she knows it. This is the cliff edge.
Months ago, I was 736, and Dr. Now gave me a few ranges of weight loss goals. I needed to meet depending, and the biggest range she gave me was 160 pounds in 3 months.
She has lost 44 pounds and is now under 700 pounds, but it is still really far from her goal. Will Dr. Now accept this or turn her back for the last time? That progress looks good on paper, but it's not what he asked for. She's still dragging her feet, still clinging to excuses, and with Dr. Now, almost doesn't count.
We're giving you every tool and a year to do this, and you only lost 80 pounds at that time. So at this rate, even if you're able to maintain this level of progress,
Dr. Now breaks it down simple. There will be no weight loss surgery for Mercedes because she has totally failed to do the work. It is over here, and she will have to find her weight loss surgery elsewhere. He isn't cruel, he's just honest. And Mercedes? She's crushed. But honesty is the only medicine left.
at your last appointment, the test we ran showed that your condition was deteriorating, showing that you're in some degree of heart failure. That's why I limited you to 3 months maximum to get you back here to follow up.
It looks looks like Mercedes is the only one who doesn't know just how dire her situation is, and it is definitely getting even worse. One can only hope and pray for her, because this is one pit Mercedes cannot seem to get out of on her own. Every step forward is erased by her addiction, and time is running out.
How long will she be in the hospital?
She may be there for a while, at least few months, because we have a lot of weight to get off. And that's going to be the only way we can save her life, because her heart is in
pain. And it's not just in parts of my body, it's everywhere. And it gets worse by the day because I keep getting bigger. And now it's so bad, it's hard to do just about anything.
Vianney and Alan probably have the heaviest marriage in history. Both of them weigh above 600 pounds each, and Vianney is even too heavy to leave the bed. Alan has to help her. Imagine the daily grind. Husband and wife both crushed under their own weight, yet somehow leaning on each other to survive. That's not partnership, that's a slow-motion collapse. And every single day, the burden grows heavier for both of them.
I feel like I'm starting to hit my limit. I'm done with my shower, and I have to go sit down as soon as I can to try to catch my breath before I get back up. But at this point, I just want to lay down and go back to sleep.
The only reason Alan is not yet bedbound is because he has been forced to help Vianney, who is almost bedbound. If he lived alone, he would be bedbound for sure. That's the bitter truth. The only exercise Alan gets is out of necessity. He's trapped too, carrying her and carrying himself at the same time. And if she weren't there, he'd have already sunk into the mattress permanently.
I'm embarrassed that I have to have Alan help me like this. I'm practically bedbound at this point. And right now, I'm staying in the living room, and this is like my bedroom.
You can see the coloration on Vianney's stomach. It is clear they are in a really bad spot, but that doesn't matter as they run back to food immediately they get their bath. That moment says it all. Their bodies are breaking down, but the cycle doesn't stop. The instant they're clean, they reach for plates piled high again. The routine is simple: pain, cleanup, food, over and over. And every lap around that circle pushes them closer to the end.
And when me and Vianney are eating, it's like we're in this cocoon where we're safe, and there's nothing that can hurt us. And for that short while, all the pain in our lives is gone.
But now both of them believe they can change their lives through weight loss surgery. They believe surgery is the solution to their problem, and believe their weight is a consequence of childhood trauma. Maybe the past scarred them, but trauma doesn't shovel in thousands of calories daily. That's on them. They cling to the idea that surgery is some magic reset button. But without discipline, without sacrifice, surgery is just a wasted chance waiting to fail.
Over time, it got worse because he started to do things that crossed over into actually molesting me. So I started eating more, not just to try to escape how I felt.
However, we have to ask the real question. Is childhood trauma forcing Alan and Vianney to both consume 10,000 calories each day? Well, it is as they get on a call with Dr. Now to understand just how they can lose weight. And Dr. Now doesn't play that game. He's heard it all before. The sob stories, the excuses, the justifications. Trauma may explain, but it doesn't excuse. He wants to see action, not words.
I'm almost 600 pounds.
600 pounds?
Almost.
I think you're probably a little bigger than what you think you are. But how much you're able to walk or what you can do for yourself?
I'm almost bedridden, Dr. Now.
The fact that Vianney has been this way for over a year, even up to 2 years, is just incredible. She has been bedridden for up to 2 years. This will be a tough case, all right. Lying in bed that long destroys more than just the body. It shatters dignity, independence, and hope. Every day in that bed is another nail in the coffin, and yet she keeps reaching for food like it's her comfort.
I can't let the carbs go.
So if you can't let carbs go, what do you expect me to do?
I don't know, Dr. Now.
You don't know, huh? Well, what are you looking for? You already know that you shouldn't be eating carbs or high-calorie food that you weigh.
It is the same story with Alan. They both say they are ready now to make the changes they need to make, but we can only know that if they lose the weight. So Dr. Now gives them a goal. Lose some weight in 2 months, and you will get your weight loss surgery. Do they do it? The truth will be in the numbers, not in the promises. Dr. Now only trusts the scale, nothing else.
Most of all, but I haven't seen what I weigh in years, so there's that fear that I could see a really big number. I just wanted to be as low as possible.
Wow, that is shocking. Alan has more activity than Vianney, despite being over 50 pounds heavier. Both of them still have huge weight problems that they need to first solve with keeping to their diet and then surgery. It's strange. The one carrying more weight is moving more, while the lighter one is stuck in bed. But both of them are still eating far too much, and Dr. Now knows it.
But how is your mobility?
I can get up some now, but I can't go far still.
Okay, in addition to the diet, getting mobile is going to be the most important thing you can do for your health.
Dr. Now has seen some progress, but he wants to see more. He gives them the same challenge as well. Lose enough pounds within the next few months to get weight loss surgery. Can they do it? Dr. Now doesn't think so because they are codependents who enable each other. Every relationship has habits. Theirs is food. And if they don't break that cycle, no surgery in the world will fix them.
I have to be under 598 today to get approved for surgery. That's progress. Well, I didn't make it to my weight goal, so I'm not sure.
It looks like Vianney is getting on with the work, while Alan is not. This, again, is ironic, because Alan is the most active one, yet he is the one losing the least weight. Here is what Dr. Now thinks of that dynamic. It doesn't add up. The one with less movement is pulling ahead, while the active one is still slacking, and Dr. Now has no patience for excuses.
So I'm kind of, since you did so well, I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery.
Yeah, baby.
Thank God. Thank you.
As long as you have no problem having the surgery first.
Okay.
Good, cool.
Okay?
I want her to go first.
Vianney gets her weight loss surgery, but Alan has to wait a bit for the approval for his, because he isn't working as hard as he should, and Dr. Now just can't work with patients who do not show they are serious. But Alan has one last chance. Does he take it? Vianney has done her surgery. Now she only returns for her checkup. Now, Alan has to check his weight to see if he qualifies.
But I don't think Dr. Now is gonna see it that way.
Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good.
All right, great. So let's see how y'all doing today.
Wow, that is insane, Alan. Now he will get his weight loss surgery for sure. He went below 500 all on his own, with no weight surgery. Vianney, who has had her surgery, lost only 18 pounds since. That is sure to disappoint Dr. Now. The tables turned. The one who slacked before is finally showing grit, while the one who got the surgery is slipping back into old habits.
You need to keep losing and make good progress. If you do that and all your tests are good, then we will move ahead with your operation. If not, then we will cancel it. You got it?
Yes, sir, I do.
And just like that, Alan finally gets his weight loss surgery and can now finally move on with his life and enjoy life a bit more. He put in the work, and it paid off. For once, he isn't just Vianney's caretaker or an excuse maker. He's fighting for himself. The struggle isn't over, but the first real door to freedom is open.